What's going on, guys? I am currently walking by the interstate, or by a highway that leads to the interstate, and I'm on the way to fish a pond. I'm here with Connor. Connor's been in a couple videos before. We were dropped the pin to this location, and when you are dropped a pin, the only thing to do is to go fish it, or the right thing to do is to go fish it. So I'm not even in focus. I looked at this place on Google Maps, and I think there's like 3 or 4 ponds back here, and one of my subscribers gave me this location. Hopefully we can get on them out here.
I feel like I'm about to go hunting or something.
We decided that left is the way to go on the way to the pond. This is like the biggest fishing sand I've ever had. The dude was actually nice enough to tell me that I probably should wear some monk boots out here. We're gonna be trekking through this Alabama terrain to get to pond number 1. He says it's about a 10-minute walk, so talk to y'all whenever we make it to the pond. We have made it. The interstate is, or the highway is literally right there, and here's the pond. There's actually one pond right here. There's another one somewhere through the woods over there. There's one across the train tracks, and there's like a whole nother one over there. This might be a good spot to put the kayak in, honestly. We're gonna get a few casts in. Oh, look at that. That's the mallard. I'm not sure if you could even see those. All right, so here we go. We're gonna try to get on some nice big mouth. First cast. You're lying. All right, so guys, hopefully y'all can hear me okay, but today we're gonna start off with this little white frit side. I think Shad are in Logan Martin, and this is kind of close to Logan Martin. So hopefully this little natural looking frit side will do good. And then we have a jerk bait and also a jig. I'm gonna go ahead and get some cast in, see if we can't find ourselves the elusive big mouth bass. Oh, first cast, baby. No, I lost it already. All right, guys, since Connor's throwing the crankbait, I think I'm gonna throw the jig. So it's cold, and I'm guessing it's pretty deep. So maybe these fish are deep. I don't know what it is, but something's telling me to cast down this. I don't know, it's just something about like those weird places in ponds. Sometimes we get lucky. We're not lucky today. Well, guys, we are leaving from spot number 1. Didn't catch any fish, didn't see any fish. No signs of life. We'll probably be back. I'm starting to find like a lot of new spots for whenever it warms up. When the fish are gonna be a little bit more active, then we'll start coming back to some of these spots. But for right now, we're gonna go to another pond I've been to before. Hopefully we can get on a few there. All right, so guys, we are back at a pond that we've actually been to before. Me and Connor were talking about where we were gonna go next, and he talked about this pond, and I was like, I've been fishing there here recently. We are at this pond that actually some of my subscribers told me about, and apparently Connor's been out here too. So we're gonna try to get on some fish. All right, let's see if we can't get on a good old big mouth. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the house. I didn't catch any fish today. We didn't catch any fish today. We fished like 4 or 5 ponds. It was really cold and windy. So I figured since it was both of us, it was me and Connor both fishing, I figured it probably wasn't us, it was probably the fish. We're just gonna blame it on the fish. But I figured since this video I didn't catch any fish, what better time to tell y'all about some of my favorite wintertime lures. Also, we have this box from Berkeley that they were very kind to send to me. So I'm gonna do a little bit of an unboxing for y'all. Who wouldn't want to hear about my favorite lures on a video that I didn't catch any fish in? This is the first winter. This is the first true winter. I want to be able to look on this, so this is more for myself. So this is really the first true winter that I've actually tried to fish in. Normally when it gets cold outside, as most people probably do in Alabama, we don't fish unless you're fishing on a lake, fishing tournaments in the wintertime. I feel like there's a lot of learning curves with fishing, and like the first one is definitely like summertime fishing. Once you figure that out, it's pretty good. Or spring, summer, fall. And then wintertime fishing is like a whole different thing. You know, you're gonna stand out, you're gonna get a lot less bites, and then you kind of have to work a little bit harder for it. You have to basically put your lure right in front of the fish's face. But I have learned a lot this winter from fishing, and hopefully I'll get better as the winters continue to go until I'm just, wintertime fishing is gonna be like summertime, and that's the goal. And by no means am I expert at anything on the channel. I have to be 110% transparent with y'all that I have no clue. Well, I'm not gonna say I have no clue what I'm doing, but I'm figuring out slowly how to catch fish in the wintertime. We have a little box from Berkeley, so let's get into that. We're gonna do a little unboxing for y'all. After this, I'm gonna tell y'all some of the lures that have been working for me personally here in Alabama. catching some bigmouth bass in the wintertime. So, got 2 shirts. Shirts are always nice to have. You know, it's cold now, and something to wear while it's cold is always nice to have. Flip all the hard baits over because this is all stuff whenever I get on my kayak and I can go fish one of these little private reservoirs we have. Or public reservoirs we have. I'm gonna be throwing those. Just probably that's all I'm gonna be throwing in there. We got quite a few of these 6-inch general stick baits in cinnamon purple. I would open them, but I try not to open any of these until like I get ready to use them. One, because the scent is quite strong. We also have some like little smaller generals for like if you want to Ned rig these. That's one thing I like. They kind of tell you like a preferred method. Cause you know, sometimes you get like a new soft plastic that might be like a funny shape and you're like, I don't know how I should rig this. I don't want to Texas rig it. So what should I do with it? They tell you on the pack, so that's always nice to have. We have some of these Mantis Bugs. I really like these. I'm excited for it to warm up a little bit so I can try these out in the ponds. I haven't really done too much fishing with them here lately. I've casted them a few times in like creeks and stuff like that just to kind of feel. I like all the little appendages on it. I think it could be a very, very nice Texas rig lure in the summertime. So, Mantis Bug. I'm not gonna talk y'all's head off. I'm gonna just kind of go through some of the stuff in here. I mean, we got some lizards. You know, we gotta have the lizards. The lizards are key parts of the channel. Got some little pit bosses, some smaller ones. I probably will try some of these like in the creek because it has a smaller profile. It's not big. It's probably like 3-inch bait. Let's see. Yeah, 3-inch bait. It's nice and small. Nothing too big for those little creek fish. Pit Boss Junior, the pop-up Pit Boss, just to give you a little comparison. I'm gonna guess and say this one's like 6-7 inches. 5 inches, so you see a comparison there. I don't think I'd probably be throwing that in the creek, but that is quite an interesting lure. Like, it looks good in this scale, but then like when you size it up to right here, it kind of doesn't even look like the same thing. But we're definitely gonna have to get a video in. I want to do like a throwing only big soft plastic lure videos. We got some power jerk shad. We have those in a green pumpkin color, and then we have the good old white. These are probably pretty good like year-round lure that you can catch fish on. I would be confident in year-round. And then bottom hoppers. These are little like straight worms. Here, I'll show y'all. These are 6.5 inches or 6.25 inches. Little bottom hoppers. Lastly, we have those, and then we also have them in like this yellow color. I feel like banana would be a better name for this. So Berkeley, if you're watching this, I feel like we should change this to banana. Anything that's yellow should be banana. Last but not least, the Critter Hog. It's kinda somewhat similar to the Mantis Bug that I just pulled out. I guess I'll sacrifice my fingers for the rest of the video. Pull these out. So I mean, it's kind of the same thing, but it's a little bit different. The appendages up front aren't as big, but at the bottom, somewhat similar bait. Got that, and then we had one more pack of the 6-inch generals. So now we have all of the hard baits that we were so graciously blessed with. So yeah, guys, these hard baits, these are Fritsides and Fritside Juniors. These little baits right here, I accredit half of my fish catches to this winter. So I'll have a link down below in the description if you want to pick one of these up. And I promise I'm not just trying to sell them to you. I think that you can actually catch fish with them. Because me, I wasn't catching any fish probably like 3 or 4 videos ago, and I said it's just the best wintertime fishing bait. And I've done a little bit of fishing off camera with these, and I really like them. So I'm not sure if I've explained it yet, but we have like a regular or a smaller size and then a bigger size too. Let's do. We have a whole bunch of different colors. We have like a more natural color, red, like a bone color, another small red one, red, chartreuse and blue. Probably good for maybe, I'm not sure about summertime, but I feel like a tight action in the summertime still could catch fish. But yeah, just know, I don't know how to explain it to you. Just know it works. When you throw it, it works. Like, that's the best way that I can explain it to you. You put this in the water, you reel it a couple times. When I fish it, I'm not just like straight reeling it in. I'll reel it fast, kill it, reel it fast, kill it, and then it just sits there. So I'm pretty sure that's how I was getting most of my bites of that. So if you can't tell, this is probably lure number 1 of my top wintertime lures. Guys, keeping it pretty simple, these are gonna be my top 3 favorite wintertime lures for this year at least. I know normally in people's list, they're gonna have like a jerkbait or something like that, but honestly, I haven't been fishing a jerkbait I know they make shallow diving jerkbaits, but for most of the ponds that I'm fishing, they're like max depth of maybe 8 to 10 feet. And that's like in the deepest point. That doesn't mean the whole pond is 8 to 10 feet all the way around. I'm catching more grass with my jerkbait than I would with fish. Lure number 1 is a chatterbait. So like I said, those ponds for like grass in and stuff, you can bring a chatterbait through the grass really nice. Some ponds, chatterbaits are kind of like an off and on pond. If I can catch fish in a pond with a chatterbait, I'm just gonna catch them with a chatterbait. But if I can't catch them with the chatterbait, normally it's going to be like a frit side, something like that. So chatterbait is something that you can bring through the grass. You can speed up, slow down, just a moving bait. And also when it's cold outside, I hate standing still in fishing. I've learned that. I hate a jig. You're going to get bites on the jig. I hate to like just stand in one spot, fish a jig. It takes long. I like to be able to move around. So starting off, normally I'm going to either be throwing a chatterbait or a frit side. I've honestly had a little bit more luck on the frit side, but in a pond that has some decently sized fish in it, I'm throwing the frit side. That's one thing I have kind of caught on to with wintertime fishing too, is it seems like the bites, you're getting less of them, but it seems like the fish have been a little bit more quality. And last but not least is a little small jig. I don't know, I just find that the smaller presentation in the wintertime has been working out better for me. I can't tell you why or why I prefer a smaller presentation, but it's been the juice for me here lately. So yeah guys, that's pretty much what has been working for me here in Alabama. So comment down below, what are some of your favorite wintertime lures? I have my 3 if I'm going to a pond and I need to catch some fish. So let me know down below in the comments, what do you enjoy throwing in the wintertime? So next video is probably gonna be me setting up my kayak, and that's why I can't think straight, because I'm thinking about all of the stuff that I wanna do to this kayak, or I'm gonna put it in at all the water. I wanna fish with it, and I just think about, all I think about. My main focus with this kayak right now is, this has nothing to do with this video, but I can't wait to catch a fish on a frog out of the kayak. I think about it all day, every day, and it's just all that ever runs through my mind is frog fishing off of my kayak. I just can't. I'm ready to pitch this frog, maybe not this exact one, but maybe a different one, under a tree limb and just pop it like 2-3 times, like 6 inches from the bank, and just see 5-pounder. I'm calling it now. I'm speaking that into existence. So if that happens, whenever it warms up and I can fish a frog, somebody screen record this and send it back to me. I called it 5-pounder on the frog underneath the tree limb. But yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to fish them hard and have a good day. Next video will be in a few days, couple days, maybe a day or 2. See y'all later. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.